C groups are a Linux kernel feature that allows administrators to limit how much CPU, how much memory can a process or even a user use. And they can also be used in the context of security. They're heavily used by Docker, Kubernetes, and such. So let's see how can we use it. I'm gonna create a directory for my demo scripts and I'm gonna cd into it. And I'm gonna create my first script that is gonna use a lot of CPU. It's gonna be a simple infinite loop that does nothing. I'm gonna run the script and then I'm gonna open another tab and I'm gonna run htop to see my CPU usage. Oh, it's already 100%. As you can see, this simple process quickly hogs all of my CPU. Once I stop it, my CPU goes back to normal. Now I'm gonna create a script that is gonna use a lot of memory. Again, just a simple script that's gonna allocate memory. And once I run it, I'm gonna quickly switch to my htop and I can see my memory usage increasing. Stop it. This process continuously allocates RAM and could eventually crash the machine if left uncontrolled. Let me show you, I'm gonna modify it a little bit. I'm gonna delete the slip. And I'm gonna run it again. And you can see that this is a mess. Oh, yeah, my machine crashed. As you can see, at some point my machine automatically kills this process, but if I had any other processes running, they would be affected by it. Now that the process has been killed, everything is normal. So now I'm going to show you how I can use C groups to limit the resource usage of those processes. I'm going to create a C group. I'm going to verify its available controllers. As you can see, I have CPU and memory. I'm going to enable them. And I'm going to configure a CPU quota. This means that the process only gets 20 milliseconds of CPU for every 100 milliseconds. I'm going to run my CPU hog on the background. And before I do this, I'm just going to see that my machine is okay. Yes, it is. Now I'm going to run it. I started it, and just like that, my CPU reaches to 100%. I'm going to add this process. I'm going to add this PID to the C group that we created that has limited CPU quota. You can see that my CPU is around the quota that I gave it to. Now this process can run indefinitely and it's not going to consume much more than 20% CPU. I'm going to kill that process, and there's a better way of doing this. Instead of running a process, capturing its PID, and then adding to a C group, you can start a process already inside a C group with a CPU quota. I'm going to use systemd run to run my CPU hog script with a CPU quota of 20%. I start the script. Now I'm going to go to htop, and as you can see, my CPU hog.sh is around 20%, just as expected. I can also use C groups to limit entire users, not only individual processes. For example, I'm going to find out what my ID is. And I can set a CPU quota of 50% to all of the processes that are launched by this user. Now, if you remember, only one CPU hog sh spiked my CPU usage to 100%. I'm going to run a few of those on the background, and it doesn't matter. So as you remember before, only one of those was enough to spike my CPU usage to 100%, but now it doesn't matter. I have a few of those running on the background, but all of the processes that are launched by user Ubuntu are not going to reach to 50% CPU.